Hello, my friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook business page. It's Saturday, so it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. We'll get that going in just a few minutes. If you happen to be watching an archive, thank you so much for being here. You will not be able to ask a question, but if you listen, you might hear something that strikes you as wisdom or pertinent or something that is helpful to you as well. So I thank you so much for being here too. We do this every Saturday, although we will not be doing it next Saturday because of StarCon. We'll talk more about that a little later in this broadcast. People are coming into the room now. I thank you all so much for being here. So here's the rules for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. This is my favorite live. I like all of them. I'm having so much fun with this live broadcasting thing. But I love the Saturday Psychic Sampler the best, and here's why. We have very specific rules. And the specific rules are to be specific. See what I did there? So I want your specific questions. I don't want to ask what does the universe want you to know? What does spirit want you to know? What's coming up in the year? All of that good stuff. Oh, Lillian, thank you so much. Yes, you are on my list. I will absolutely get to you. Thanks for that reminder. All right. So your specific question. That's what we need. So the more specific you can be, the more specific I will be. And I see the questions are coming in. Karen has a very good one. When will I buy a new house? That is a good example of a specific question. So go ahead and ask your questions. I don't have a huge amount of time. I will get to as many people as I can. And I appreciate you all so much for being here. I hope you're having a great Saturday. So let's talk about StarCon for a minute. This time next week, StarCon is going to be in full swing. The pre-conference starts 10 a.m. Friday. The official conference starts 7 p.m. Friday evening. So, and it runs to like 8 p.m. Sunday evening. So there's a lot of different ticket levels, right? Starting from $5 to take the public track, general admission. You can go to our full-on psychic fair. Oh my gosh, folks. If you want a reading with our psychics, we've got a full-on psychic fair going on all weekend, next weekend. We've got great vendors. You can shop. We've got online swag for you that will help you shop. So get your ticket at whatever level works for you. All you have to do is go to starcon.com. That's STAARCON.com. And we really want to have you there. All right. And I do want to remind you, too, that I am available for readings throughout this week. I mean, during StarCon itself, I will not be. So if you want, Lillian, is it online? Yes, it's online on the Accelevance program, platform on Accelevance, which is a really great online conferencing program. We really like them. And so, yeah, from wherever in the world you are, you can get your tickets, you can attend. If the time zone's a little funky, that's okay, because you have 30-day access to the recordings of the classes. We're not recording discussion groups or like some of the entertainment ceremonies, meals, that kind of thing, to preserve people's privacy. But all of the classes will be recorded. And so whichever classes are in your ticket level, you've got 30 days to review them. So get your tickets. Amy Mauser is here, and she is very heavily involved in StarCon. She's part of our constellation, which is our committee of people who make things happen. She is one of the producers of the podcast StarCast, all about StarCon. And she is also going to be presenting, and she has just dropped a direct link for tickets. So go ahead and get your ticket. And if you have any other questions about StarCon while we're here today, don't be afraid to ask them, and that won't count as your one question for your reading. You can still have a question for a reading too. Okay, so anyway, yes, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom. We can work together this weekend or over the course of this week. If you want a weekend reading, get it in this weekend. I won't be available for you next weekend. And all you have to do to schedule, you can go straight to my website, tarotbychristiana.com, and schedule directly on my website. You can also private message me here. All right, thank you so very much. Hey, Deirdre Aker, I haven't seen you in forever. So happy to see you. So happy to see all of you here. I see Michelle Welsh is here. She's one of our presenters as well. And her new book, published with Llewellyn, has just dropped this month. And so we are really happy to have her presenting with us. Okay. So the first question I see is, in fact, Karen DuPont Porter. For those of you who wonder, I don't talk about the cards a lot in this in this kind of work. But for those of you who are wondering, because you know I got a bunch of new decks, I'm working with Mystic Mondays today. It's so funny. My desk is so funny right now. I have like 5 tarot decks on my desk. I've got Modern Witch. I've got Light Seers. I've got 2 different editions of Wait. And because you know I'm a Wait girl at heart. And I got Mystic Mondays, so that's what I'm going to work with now. Karen DuPont Porter, when will I buy a new house? So, Karen, I know that you really, really want to do this. And I know that it's going to happen, but a bunch of things have to line up correctly to make it happen. I think it's going to happen this year. Do you want it to happen in 2021? I sure think it could, but I would think it would be more toward the end of this year. Maybe. It would even be in the beginning of 2022, maybe. But I feel like it is soonish. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get everything all together. But I am excited about this for you. So you want it in 2021. I think it could happen. More likely in the second half of the year, but I do think it can happen. Hey, TK, so nice to see you. How long will waiting for Canadian papers to come? It's been 6 months. And I'm sure it's COVID, right? That's slowing it down. But I am sure. Okay, I am sure it is sometime between April and September, sometime in there, which is funny because I said the same thing last year, like April and September, right? And sometimes that happens where you'll see the month, but not the year. So same thing I said last year, just this year, right? Sorry. Okay. Lena Kalu, so nice to see you. Should I consider a roommate for my next move, or will I find my own space? That's such an interesting question. What would be easiest? What would be best? What would be most likely? You know, the thing is, the right roommate would be really, really okay. The wrong roommate would be hellish. And what would be your chances of finding the right roommate? It could happen, and it could happen with a friend or a friend of a friend. I'm not sure that you want to try to do a rando roommate, but it might be that through a friend or a friend of a friend, you could find a situation that would be really sweet. So I'd be open to that possibility. Yeah. Neil, if I ask for the PPP, will I be approved? I believe, here's what I'm going to say, and obviously I'm not an attorney, but I believe that you would absolutely qualify for the PPP. However, you know, there's a timing issue. Did you get in time? All of that. But I think it's absolutely worth applying for, and you've got a good shot. Hey, Cheryl Yosh, I am so happy to see you here. I feel like we haven't talked in forever. And oh my goodness gracious, I love your profile picture frame. So for those of you who don't know, Cheryl and I are sisters in Jerry. And if you don't know what that means, just look at her Steal Your Face frame and you'll figure it out. So happy to see it. It makes me smile. Will my family be able to keep a June trip to Mexico? That is a very interesting question. So, able and willing are two different things, right? Would it be allowed? I would assume. Yes. Would it be advisable? Maybe. By June, there may be a way with the vaccines rolling out and all of that, there may be a way to do it safely enough. There may be a way that you would find that, yes, it's a risk, but it would be a reasonable risk to take. I'm not advising that. And at this point, I think it's still up in the air, but I think, okay, here's your very specific answer. Maybe. Sorry. And, then we say, well, do I see you taking that? When do I see you taking that trip? And the thing is sometimes the future is not set. Sometimes we can't see it. I know you want to take this trip. I know you planned this trip. I tell you that if you don't take it in June, you will take it. It will just be delayed, not canceled. But I also know that you're likely to err on the side of caution. And with 3 generations with mom and kids, so you may end up delaying it. So taking the trip, yes, but maybe not in June. Okay. Deirdre, will I be able to find a bigger house to rent in the next 2 months? Do you mean that the next time I see you, I won't have to try to get into your garage? That's always so funny. I'm always so embarrassed. I'm really bad because I've never had a garage. I'm really afraid of pulling my car into the garage. And so when I go see Deirdre in New London, she's like really gracious and takes her car out and says, please use my garage. And I'm always like, right. So, new house, bigger house. Let's see what we got going on here. So, in the next 2 months, I think is going to be hard. I could see you doing it in the next 5 months. I could see you doing it in the next 6 months. And I'm guessing that the question is because of a lease coming up, right? And I'm not sure that you're going to make the 2-month mark. I wonder if you want to move, if there's a way that you can get some wiggle room on that so you can really find what you're looking for. Now, if you really had to say, okay, I'm going to find something bigger and better in the next 2 months, what I would say then is expand your territory of looking. In order to do it in 2 months, you need to expand about where you might want to be. That's what I would say. Okay. Amy, Ryan wants to know. Ryan is Amy's husband and also business partner. What do we need to know about the important work we're doing this weekend and week? And I'm guessing a lot of that work is actually for StarCon. I've been really monopolizing the energy of Ryan and Amy for a little while now, and we appreciate that so much. But they have other work too. I mean, they actually have other work that they do, other jobs. Amy is a full-time reader. They do business developing, and Ryan has an important job as a podcaster for a very significant and important corporation or company or whatever you would call that. So when we talk about important work, I'm really not just centering it around StarCon. I'm centering it around everything. What you need to know is that some of it is going to be frustrating. You have to be able to take a few minutes out here and there to enjoy each other, to enjoy your family. You will get everything done you need to get done. Do it with humor. Do it with love, recognizing that you are learning and growing in every freaking aspect of every single thing you're doing, and it's all going to be wonderful. That's what you need to know. Hey, Christina. Lately, I feel heavy and blocked. How can I feel more light and free? You know, there's a lot of things here. A lot of things. Here's the list. Some of it is your own thinking. You get mired in your own emotion. Applying logic to some of what you're emotional about will help you to feel freer. I think you need to spend more time outdoors, even if it's cold, even if it's rainy. Get an umbrella. Go. Spend time outside. And I also think you need to watch a funny movie. And I think you need to do some things that are creative. And I think you need to do something physical. Well, I said go for a walk, which is good, but maybe do some yoga or something of that nature. All of those things will help. Okay, Robin Perkins, my good friend, looking for validation from my dad. And I believe that your dad is in spirit, because, I was going to make some joke just about how hard dads can be and how, well, we're all looking for validation from dad. But I know you actually had a good dad. I know that. And I'm thinking that you're thinking of a specific thing and you're asking him to validate what you're thinking, or you've had a particular experience with him in spirit and you're asking for validation of that experience. And the answer is 100% validation, but also a nudge. He has a particular message for you to make sure you stay out of your own way, whatever that means. Hey, Roxanne, I'm so happy to see you here. Oh, you've had your surgery. I'm glad you got that out of the way. How will your healing process go now that you've had your surgery? I think very well. It will not be quick, and you have to follow doctor's orders specifically. And you're not going to love that, and it's going to take time, but it's going to be good. Cassia Neal, my question is, can I trust on the gentleman that wants to help me take the right direction to win in life? He gave his card, but I thought it was only to be in touch. I think you need to be careful here. I think you need to be careful here in a lot of different ways. This person may have some ulterior motives. So thank you, everyone. For people who have just come into the room recently, thank you for being here. I appreciate your being here. I take questions in the order that I see them. So asking the same question more than once is not going to help. All right. Okay, Laura Maloney. I had a long conversation with a peer once. Is love life a question? I guess it is. Yes, and that's your question. So what can I tell you? I do see a partnership for you. I don't know if that's in your life right now or something that's coming. The thing is, you need to be careful about releasing from your mind and from your life. Releasing from your mind and from your life the feelings and the attractions for things that you know do not serve you, so that you can be open to the relationship that really does serve you. Fatima, I have not done you yet. If you had a resonance with something there, that's great, but I have not gotten to you yet. Janice, am I right to get a second opinion on my most recent knee injury? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that happened to you. By all means, get another opinion. Yes. Okay, and Fatima, here's your question. Thanks for being patient. Will everything go well in these next 2 weeks so my next 3 to 6 month plan will go smoothly? Basically, can I depend on the people involved? I hope this is specific enough. Thank you for being concerned about my rules. I appreciate that. And yes, it's very specific. Can you count on these people? Golly gosh, some yes, some no. But will everything go smoothly enough that your plan will go forward? It may take a little longer than expected. Expect some hiccups. But here is the thing. Do not let a small hiccup in a large project throw you off the project. Okay? Not everything goes easily, not everything goes well. If we wanted everything to go easily and well, there would be no projects ever. Sarah Madsen, good morning. I work in education management and I enjoy my job, but I'm capped out with this company. So I've been feeling like I need a career change and don't know what fields to consider. What other areas might I find I said sex. We can all laugh at that. I know you're not looking for sex in your career. Please forgive me. Okay. What other areas might I find success in my career? Okay. Here we go. I think you're very good at helping. You're very good at helping people, whether this would be about like counseling or, in some other way, helping people navigate their problems. And so maybe it has to do with education in some way, but in a different way. So I would say helping people who are having difficult problems in a certain area and helping them navigate. Nicole, my papa just passed away on Tuesday. I'm so sorry. Anything you can tell me? My 2-month-old has been looking at the ceiling lately and smiling, and I feel like it might be him. I see that all the time. Yes, our babies can totally see these things. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think that your 2-year-old is indeed in communication with your recently departed. 100% yes, and so shall you be as well. He loves you. You are his princess. He loves you. And he needed to go. He was very happy to go. He was so tired of that body. It's not even funny. He was so tired of that body. You will hear from him from time to time, and he will watch over this child, and he will watch over you as well. Uma Elizabeth, I'm about to attempt a 4-mile loop on rollerblades. Have I got this? A bit out of shape over here. Okay, and when you do, you and my John are going to have to get together as skate buddies because he loves to skate and I can't keep up with him. So let's see. Are you ready to do a 4-mile loop on rollerblades? Be careful. Be careful. I'm not trying to scare you, and I am a real fan of skating. I try to skate myself, and try is the operative word here. But I feel like you would be better to do like 2 and 2 for a while longer before you do that 4-mile loop. Be careful. But keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. I don't want to discourage you. Hey, Joanne, haven't seen you in so long, and we miss you so much at our in-person tarot meetups. Can't wait till we can do those again. Will my mother get her own place, or will her health be an issue? I feel like the health is a continuing issue. I think she's going to be okay, but I feel like she will need some assistance. Hey, Patrice Kelly, haven't seen you in so long. Okay, lots of questions. Have I lost weight? Depends on the last time you've seen me. Maybe a little, maybe a little. I've been working on it, whatever. It's good to see you. I am in Palm City, so we're neighbors, and I've got this great community center in Palm City, but I'm not seeing people in person until we get a little further through the pandemic. But I will look forward to seeing you soon, Patrice. How long will it take your leg to heal? Well, first of all, I am so sorry you're having issues with your leg. How long will it take it to heal? Could it be another 4 to 6 weeks? Does that sound right? And I feel like you need to be really careful about following doctor's orders. Do not push it. You heard it from me. Tammy, when is Julia coming back as herself to me? I miss my Julia. And here's the thing. Julia should not come back as herself. Julia should go forward to the next best version of her. That's what we have to be looking for her and for everyone we love who struggles. We don't want them, anytime, and I'm not just saying this to Tammy, I'm saying this to everyone who loves someone who struggles. When we say, I want the old person back, I know what you mean. What you mean is you want that sense of closeness, that sense of them doing well. That's what you want. And I understand that. But I also understand it doesn't work that way. That we need to look forward to how they're going to be, and we need to hold a vision for them, for their future. And when we look at Julia, Julia can have such a good future. She is so strong and so capable and so gifted, and she just doesn't always know it. So what you have to do is help her know those things. Help her know her strength. And so the when is going to be very much up to her, but I know it's in her, don't you? We all do. We all do. Okay. Hey, Jasmine, nice to see you. Okay. I'm going to go for this one. And it almost breaks the rule, Jasmine. Jasmine is such a rule breaker. She always is. So the rules, of course, are specific questions. And she wants to know what Odin wants her to know right now. So if she had said what Spirit wants her to know right now, I would say, not specific enough. But since it's all Father, man, since it's Odin, I'm going for it. And the answer is listen to your mother. Odin wants you to talk to your mother and listen to your mother and hear wisdom from your mother. Jill Pitts, is the baby in the picture me? Is the baby in the picture me? What an interesting question. I know the question, is the baby in the picture me? And the answer is, I bet so. Yes, I think so. Michelle Goulding, is my Nan watching over me? I believe so, yes. She's not going to influence your choices. You get to make your own choices. But she is trying to help you, and she's trying to encourage you to be more creative. Oh, Lillian, thank you for the compliment on the StarCon website. I appreciate that. Would love to see you there. Okay, BB Chu, birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, a magical birthday message. Here you go. So for you, it's about recognizing your ability to bloom, be happy and successful exactly where you are. There's your message. Happy birthday. Lynn Collin, my ex-husband's soon-to-be second ex-wife reached out to me via email. Oh my gosh, should I reply? Okay, so the woman in me would totally want to reply just to get the tea. I mean, how could you not? But, obviously, this is a good question for reading. Should you? Cautiously, yes. Reply with caution. Shauna Stack, nice to see you. I have to go get an ultrasound for a lump in my breast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is this something to be concerned over? Staying calm, trying not to be worried. It's always harsh when this happens. And my guess is it's not something to be worried about. My guess is it's going to be fine. Okay, just scrolling through. Hey, Lillian, am I on the right track with my online business? Yes, but I actually think you're going to make some changes in terms of rebranding and maybe refocusing a little bit. And that's fine. We always have to do that as we go forward, right? Okay, hey, Cassie. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. Am I headed in the right path with my career? I'm currently a PE teacher working on moving to a public school with better opportunities. Yes, but take your time. This is the right thing, but take your time. It will take time, but it is the right path. And Raquel, career move for you. Which direction? So happy to see both of you. Raquel, I see you coming out of your comfort zone for growth. I don't know what exactly that means, but think about what you would want to do and what you're afraid to do, and that's the one you should do. Do the thing that scares you. Barrett, will I get a promotion at work? I think so. It may take a minute, and they may try you out with some different projects first, but I think so. Hey, Jean Cetera. I need to get a new car. Should I lease or buy this one? Will my brother help? Your brother is likely to help, but to be a little weird about it. Oh, hang on a minute. We got to take care. Hang on, Jean. I'm right in the middle of talking with you, but we have to take care of a troll. Give me just 1 second here. Here we go. Blocking the troll, blocking the troll. Okay. And Erica, I see your question saying I don't think you see my questions, but I didn't see your actual question, so please reiterate it. Okay. And it's interesting that I'm seeing it on the phone, but not necessarily seeing it on my computer. So I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. Now I'm seeing you. Yes. Go ahead. I just hadn't gotten to you yet, Erica. Okay. Now, Jean, please forgive that interruption. So I think your brother will help, but he may be a little begrudging about it. Lease or buy? Lease would be my preference, not my preference, but the car's preference for you is lease. Okay. Okay, and Erica, we are doing, this is your Saturday Psychic Sampler, specific questions only. So when you say, please read for me, that's not a specific question. Go ahead and put the specific question in. Claire Carter, what will help me focus? Stop worrying about focusing. I know that sounds funky, but I feel like what you need to do is just be in a moment of gratitude. Be in a moment of enjoying everything that is true, and the gratitude will help you focus. Diane, I have a family member who's self-destructing herself. Will she ever get better? You know, we can always hope and pray for that. We can try to be helpful. I think she doesn't see the issue right now. I think she thinks she's just fine. Eventually, I think there will be a turning point. I'm hopeful for the long run. I'm afraid it's going to get worse before it gets better. Please be prayerful, and let's hope for the best there. Erica, where is Palm City? Palm City is about 30 miles north of West Palm Beach. Kelly, how can I finally get my anxiety to stop controlling me? And that is a good question for your doctor too, because that's a medical issue. But I think on a spiritual level, you need to do some work with grounding. Learn about the chakras, work with the root chakra, do a lot of root chakra meditation and root chakra work, and that would help you a lot. Okay, Barbara Ann, looking for job opportunities. Ooh, I think you're going to get some opportunities more for contractual stuff, not necessarily a job, but projects or contracts or private things through people you already know. Okay, Erica, will my move be a very positive one? Okay, and Karen Maynard, I just saw you come in. Today we are doing the Saturday Psychic Sampler, so we need a specific question. Okay, will your move be positive, Erica? It will be a difficult move, like the actual doing of it will be difficult, but it will be a very good move for you. I really think this is the right thing. Joe, what happened to the spirit inside me? I feel empty. Honestly, my first thought with that is grief. You just lost a really important family member, Joe, and I feel like you are still, as you will be, in a place of grief. I think that's what they call that sense of emptiness. And so just hold space for that and let it be. Breathe, and over time, what I heard someone say about grief, and I think this is wise for all of us, it doesn't get better, but we get better. Oh, no, I'm doing it wrong. Let me start again. It doesn't get easier, but we get better at having it be hard. And that's what you're waiting for. You are okay. It will be okay. Okay. And just one question per person, please. One psychic question per person. Questions like, what about StarCon and where's Palm City? Those you can ask as many as you want, but just one psychic question per person. And another person dealing with anxiety, Margaret. Will I get past this debilitating anxiety? And again, that is a good question for your doctor, but what I can tell you is you have to change what you're telling yourself. You are telling yourself to be anxious. Change your internal self-talk and things will change for you. Oh, Karen, it's good to see you as well. Okay, Lillian, if I went in on the $5 and wanted to upgrade later, is this possible? Yeah, if you're in on the $5 and like Friday or Saturday, you say, gee, I'd like to upgrade or I'd like to get the Sunday day. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. Okay. Lisa McCord, what does the universe want me to know about the upcoming transition at work? Oh, it's going to be good. You're going to work with some good people. It's going to require some changes and it will be hard at first. So be very patient. But it'll be good. It really will be. Hey, Carrie Dunnick, nice to see you. New romance? Be patient. You don't just want a new romance. You want a new romance with the right person. And I think it is coming, and it may be someone through a mutual acquaintance, someone who has been a friend or someone you know through friends or introduced by a friend. Jean says my brother helps with strings. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Allison Cross, so happy to see you. What is the best way for me to bust through apathy? Good question. By spending a day or two being super self-indulgent, not in unhealthy ways. I didn't just tell you to go snort a bunch of cocaine. I mean, I know you wouldn't do that anyway. But eat a bunch of chocolate? Maybe. To really enjoy your kingdom, do something, or your queendom, do something that feels really good in terms of food, or in terms of watching something that you like, or doing something creative, or just, take a bubble bath. Be the queen for a minute, and it'll help. You need like beyond self-care. You need luxurious self-care. Okay, just scrolling through. Laura Goodman, looking for reassurance regarding quality of work being done on my house next week. I think you'll be pleased. There may be a couple things you're going to have to ask him to take care of, but overall, I think you'll be pleased. Missy Lynn, how much conflict do I have coming my way? You have a family, right? Oh, sorry. Well, some. Pick and choose your battles and stand your ground, and all will be well. Okay, Karen Maynard, and this is going to be the last reading I'll have time to get to. Karen Maynard, will my career aspirations pan out? Honey, you're the first person I'm showing a card to, but because you read cards, you're going to get this. The world. Yes, 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 yes. 100%. Friends, for those of you I didn't get to, I am so sorry. I will look forward to getting to you next time. I'll be back 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time Monday morning for your 3-card weekly reading. So far, it's the one live I do every week that I schedule in advance, 9:30 every Monday morning without fail. Or I try to be without fail anyway. So remember, I am available for private readings. Please do reach out. Go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com, schedule directly if you like, or just private message me. We'll get to you. And don't forget, you got to get your ticket for StarCon. Very good. I want to thank you all so very much. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you.